Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King. Guys, we are almost done. I think this is like part 135 or 6, something like that. We are almost done, guys. I promise you. Still got a few more parts. But so in the last episode we attempted to do the Dragovian trials. However, it's not over. Yep, there are quite a few more actually. So before we get into it, I'm just showing you guys my equipment. I've got a great helm which I bought at the Tyrone Gully. Of course, I have the still have the Milk King arm, still have the Hero Spear. I have the Power Shield. Pretty much like the standard. I think in this recording, it might have been this recording or might have been the recording afterwards, but at some point I gave everyone a meteor bracer, and I can't remember if it was this recording or not. In case you weren't aware, this is a post commentary. It's just easier because it's just a series of boss fights, and I figured it would be easier than to just talk for like 10 minutes. So I kind of, what I've done is there's 3 boss fights in this part, and the next part is probably going to be 2, and then the last one will be the final challenge essentially. So yeah, again, I'm just sort of showing you what I've got here for Jessica and everyone. We're quite high, man. This is probably the highest I've ever been in this game. Though I think in later parts I end up leveling up. Not on purpose, I just end up doing it. Okay, this isn't the one with Meteor Brace, so that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I gave him the Goddess Shield. I'm not sure if I'll shoot that off. It's actually really good. Holy Shield, that reduces damage. I think it was the Saintess Shield, and like you had to use Saint Ashes, and that made that shield, so that's really good for Angelo. So I'm just gonna show you basically me talking to the Lord of Dragovians again, and then I'll show you his next transformation.
Welcome back.
Because he has many dragon forms. I mean, I guess, you know, there is a reason why it's called the Lord of Dragovians, and he always heals us before battle. What, such a nice guy. Yeah, this is exactly the same. He does this every time, by the way. Yes, I'll just skip to the end. You always have to fight him in this form, but he does the exact same thing every time. So there's no point showing it off. So I just figured I'd show off the end. He's transforming. And now we're going to be facing the Emerald Dragon. There he is. Now, with each form, naturally, he hits harder. And in this case, I think his main gimmick here is that he's very big on status effects with his breath. He has poison breath. He has, I think, the sweet breath that puts people to sleep. He has the paralysis breath. That's pretty much it. And he hits harder. I don't think he tensions up or anything, but that's pretty much it. And with each form, I think he has more health. It feels like it. Yeah, there's the sweet breath. So that's what he relies on. He relies on just using status effects. So that's really not too bad, to be honest. You just have to watch out for his, his attacks. But if he uses a breath, hopefully you don't fall asleep, or hopefully you don't get poisoned. Poison isn't the worst. Paralysis and sleep is probably the worst, though. So I think that's it. I don't think he does anything else. I want to say there is an intimidating move that he does, but I think I might be talking about another, another form. We'll find out though. But standard, I decided to give the Temporal of Tension to Jessica, so because she doesn't really do too much. But don't get me wrong, she's kind of there as a offensive supporter for the attackers. There's a Burning Breath. I will cast Imp sometimes. But other than that, she's just kind of there as like a backup support in terms of tension. And, when she has a chance, I will, use her to attack. So, defense can be lowered. I think almost every form can be lowered. So that's really good. Almost every form. I think there are some forms that prevent that. But, yeah. Dragon Soul, the move I got with the hero, is actually really good. I don't know if it's like the most powerful move, but it's pretty much up there. I think by the end of this, I'll also get the special move, the special sword technique, actually. Not yet, but later on. Now, I don't know why, but when I was recording this, I kept thinking I had less health. Because it wasn't going up beyond 600 HP, which is what the hero and Yangas had. But I guess I just wasn't healing properly. I don't know. I was like, did he nerf my HP? Can you imagine if that's what, like, one of his abilities were to, like, kind of, like, nerf your stats a bit? Oh, that's unfortunate. Our healer is paralyzed. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Well, it's not the Intimidate, but it's like the Intimidate. It's a ferocious roar that does 130 to 40 per piece. That's really strong. Yeah, I thought he did do it. Yeah, Jessica also has the Sage's Stone because she doesn't heal. She doesn't have healing spells. Though she can learn Kazing, and I kind of wished, I will just say right now, because I've actually done everything, I kind of wish that I'd have gotten Kazing for her, because that would have been really useful, I will say that. Because as things get harder, you're going to be dying a lot, unless you're really lucky. There's a Desperate Attack. He does still do it. I think every form he does it. But to me, at least in my opinion, in these early forms, I feel like he hardly ever does it. You know. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. But yeah, the stronger he is, the stronger the Desperate Attack is. Like, and no, Angelo, Yangas has 600 HP and he took 565. Before he was taking like 300 to 400 out of a Desperate Attack. So yeah, put that into perspective. There's the roar again. It does damage. Roar so strong, it does damage. Ouch. I actually surprised myself. This was a really fun challenge, like all of these like bosses. My adrenaline was pumping. I was like, yo, I'm getting excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to think I'm Goku. I'm getting excited. It's a new fight. I mean, obviously we have Goku and Smash, so... If someone was watching this and was a Dragon Quest fan, they'd probably be triggered. They'd be like, Goku! Obviously, I know that. I'm making the stupid joke because people keep making it anyways, you know. The heroes in Smash. It's really cool. I really need to get a Switch at some point. I really need to do a lot of things, but guess what? That requires money that I don't have at the moment, so I should probably do something about that. My money situation. Yeah. It's hard out there, man. It's hard out there. Right now, I'm going to be playing old games. Not necessarily bad games. This game's fantastic. I still love it. It's still probably my favorite. It was definitely my favorite Dragon Quest game. It's definitely one of my favorite RPGs thus far. I really need to play more. I really need to play more Dragon Quest games, for sure. I keep hearing good things about 5. And like 4. They did like nothing. It's like nothing. There was no attention though. Yeah, because that movie's coming out in Japan, the Dragon Quest V movie. I don't think it's called Dragon Quest V, but if anyone's played Dragon Quest V or knows even a bit of Dragon Quest V, which I know a bit, also I played Dragon Quest Heroes, which had a couple of the Dragon Quest characters in there, and they sort of explain a little bit about their situation in that game, so it's kind of like if you've played Dragon Quest V, you're like, oh, I know what they're talking about. Or in my case, I'm like, I guess that's what's going on in Dragon Quest V right now. Plus, I follow a fellow who talks highly about Dragon Quest V as well, so I kind of know a lot from listening to that dude. So shout outs to him. I won't mention who he is though. Oh, Angela can't get attention dub because he's paralyzed. Unfortunate. Shame if you're like knocked. Same if you're knocked down. Obviously, if you're asleep, I get that, but if you're knocked down, no tension up, unfortunately. There's the sweet breath. You haven't been using breath that often, to be fair. Dodges the foul breath. So, okay, something I need to mention, because I don't know if I mentioned before. I feel really dumb. I might have just forgotten about this, or maybe I never noticed after we just defeated the Emerald Dragon. We're not done, though. Moving on to the next one. But luckily, after you beat the dragon, you know, he will heal you. He will send you back to the sanctuary so we can come back and we can heal. So it's not like we have to do this in one go. So that's good. And of course we get another reward. I'm basically going to be choosing the Dragovium rewards first, and we're actually going to be using it once we get it all. There we go. I just figured I'd just skip to the next one. So now, the golden dragon. No, not the golden dragon. I'm an idiot. No, that's the next one. Sorry, the silver dragon, which honestly looks really nice. It looks really shiny. Really, really shiny. Now, he hits harder. I think he tensions up. I think he uses a cold breath attack, I want to say. Or I could be mistaken. And... trying to think, what else does he do? I think he's pretty defensive, like, I think. I'm trying to remember. Some like forms are sort of similar to others sort of things, so yeah, naturally he just keeps hitting harder, you know, with every form. Ouchie. Why can't you dodge, girl? But I think that's about it. Oh, wait, I think he has that dark or deep glare or whatever it's called that basically puts someone into a deep sleep. I think is in this form. They didn't get to 100, but that's okay. Top it up with multi heal. Unfortunately, I've used up all that attention, but that's okay. Angela's there for support. If he can get an attack in, that's great. But he's just there for support. That's what he's built for. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's very defensive. He definitely takes less damage here. Yeah, there it is. There's the cold breath. So, don't do what I did and not use insulate. But I kind of forgot. So, yeah, use insulate to reduce that damage. Because that does way too much damage, man. Way too much damage. Yeah, and his defense can't be lowered. Yeah, so he's pretty defense orientated. He's kind of like a metal slime, in a way. But I'm pretty certain there's a form that's even worse. That he takes even less damage. I guess you can kind of say it's kind of like an upgraded version. Which actually kind of makes sense because I think it's called the Dark Steel. So I suppose you've got silver and then you've got like steel, and I guess it's like, yeah, silver and steel combined. Silver! I guess steel will be stronger than silver in terms of, you know, a metal. So it's like, yeah, he takes even less damage there. So it's like, oh, that's fun. But I think he has less HP. It feels like it really is a metal slime where they have less HP, but the defense is kind of insane. So. But, you know, no different really. Like I say, he just kind of hits harder. That's to be expected. He hits harder and, you know, he takes less damage. Which is unfortunate, but it's okay, you know. We'll get there eventually, that's the main thing. Boom. Did like no damage though. Ouch. It's like chomping their heads off, man. Chomp. You're dead. Your head's gone. Hum. Just bite your head off. Good job it's a video gaming. There's that damage, girl. There's that damage. Beautiful and deadly. Oh, Jessica. When's the Dragon Quest VIII movie happening? Never, I doubt it. Is there an anime of Dragon Quest? I need to know. I'm pretty certain there are manga. I think there's mangas of Dragon Quest. I would watch an anime of Dragon Quest. I would. There might be one. It might be like a Japan exclusive thing, because I think the movie is a Japan exclusive, or at least as far as we know. Again, because Dragon Quest is still, yeah, there it is. There's the deep sleep. That's what Dolmagus uses. So I was gonna say something before, I believe, and I completely changed topic because I do that sometimes. I'm gonna blame my my attention span and whatnot. It happens. It just kind of happens with me. But so something I noticed that I either forgot or just never noticed was when you're 100 tension, it feels like you take less damage. And yeah, I'm telling you this now when we're like at the end of the game. Also, I like how his spear like kind of clipped back into his back. Oh no, look, it's Super Saiyan Purple Goku. No, it's not. Are you really going to do that again? Oh, God. Now they're both asleep. Oh, yeah, I forgot he can cast Fizzle. Right. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. He doesn't do it very often. Doesn't matter, because Yangus is like, I'm going to clobber you with me axe. Ah, yeah. Hit clobbering. Alright, now it's the golden form. So, I forgot to record. So, you're going to see part of this battle, but I don't think it's that, you know, big of a deal, really. Because I suppose you don't really need to see the entire battle. You get the idea of what it is, and I just got to win. You know. So, he's kind of annoying. He has, he has the Giga Flash. So, he blinds everyone, like the first form. He tensions up, I believe, and he casts offensive spells. His main gimmick is like a spell type of thing. So here I'm using Magic Barrier to kind of improve my spells. But, of course he hits harder. Is this the one where he gets 3 turns? No, I don't think so. But yeah, he psychs up. Watch out for that. Also, I can't remember if it's this form or not, but there's a form where he sometimes will psych up to 100, like on base. I don't think that's a glitch. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's a glitch. Because there is an enemy actually that can do that as well. I think it's a brownie, one of like the hammerhead dudes. I think they'll randomly psych up to 100 from base. It's kind of crazy. And I remember there being a known glitch about this game where it was possible to... I don't know if it was just the hero specifically, but I remember the hero was used as an example in a video where the hero would just go from base to 100. I've never had it happen to me, so I feel like it's a specific thing you need to do in order for it to happen. Does that make sense? Like it's a, hey, if you do this, you know, then there's a chance that you'll glitch to 100. But I have no idea what you have to do. Or again, maybe it's just like a random glitch that doesn't happen very often. It could just be one of those random glitches. But yeah, I'm convinced that when you're in 100 tension, you take less damage. Yeah, look at that. 150 takes less damage. I guarantee if he wasn't 100 tension, he would take like 200. Yeah. Kind of wished I knew about that before, but better late than never, I guess. Yeah, soaking up again. Not good. I have the chilling chuckle. And yeah, he can do this. He can soak up, you know, 3 times. If this happens, what you can do, if you haven't used your monster team yet, you could use a monster team to take the hit for you. Later on, I'm actually going to show you a team that I used that's really good for that. Because later on, he'll start to tension up a lot more. And like I said, there's a form where he'll just tension up to 100. And I want to say it's this form, but he didn't do it here. However, I think he did it later. So I'll just say that. This isn't the last time we'll see this form. Or most of these forms. Yeah. One final challenge. There's a chilling chuckle. It's going to reduce it. I think he does attack and someone dies. Which is to be expected because, you know, he's tensioned up and he already hits hard anyway. Yep. Oh, God. No, he survived. He survived. The hero survived. Woo. That's fine because Sizzle's not going to do hardly any damage. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I'm sorry this is taking too long. Maybe I should have cut this out a bit. I apologize. But, you know what? Here's a fun question. As I'm trying to think about things to talk about. I might have to get some potential notes if I run out of things to say. But, like I did last time. But here's a fun thing. For those of you who do play RPGs, like in general, do you have like a favorite super boss? You know, like a post-game boss or anything like that? This one's up there for me, honestly. To be fair, I've played a few RPGs, but I haven't done a lot of the post-game stuff. Normally, I just sort of quit. Sometimes I do. Like, I've done Tales of Exilia's post-game stuff. And I think I remember that being pretty tough. It reminds me I need to go back to play Tales of Exilia 2. There's also the new one coming out, actually, I think. I think it's like Bestiria, something like that. I think it is. All I know is that it kind of gave me a Xenoblade vibe, specifically a girl being a sword type thing, and all I can think of, if anyone's seen it, was he just pulled that blade out of that woman's chest. So chest blade. Boob blade, I don't know. She's okay though, it's fine. But you know what? Didn't Zelda do that first, technically, with Fi in Skyward Sword? Because she's technically... Well, I guess she's a being, but... You know, she's a being within a sword. It's kind of... Yeah. Anyway, we did it! Yay! I think I'm just showing you whatever prize I got.
You deserve a reward.
I should deserve a reward, yeah.
That is what you deserve.
Yeah. We're going to run out of rewards though, I'm afraid. I will say the final, like, end, we won't get any rewards. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Join me in the next part as we continue more of the Lord of the Dragovian's Trials. I'll see you next time. Take care.
You shall have that which you desire.